Nick Hart from Backstreet Boys.
Shout out to Boy Band Break.
It's Chris Kirkpatrick here. Shout out to your podcast, Boy Band Break.
Everybody, this is Howie D, and I'm listening to Boy Band Break.
Hi, Ashley Parker Angel here. Huge shout out to the Boy Band Break podcast.
This is Brad from LFO, and you are listening to Boy Band Break.
Hey, what's up? This is Jacob.
What's up? It's Dan.
What's up? It's Trevor.
And it's Eric Michael, and it's time for Boy Band Break, baby. Let's go!
Bam, 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 bam.
Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, I'm Cinzia.
And I'm Sofia, and welcome back.
And I totally didn't
We've
almost
taken a
forget
bit of
our
a
intro.
break again because we have no content to talk about.
There's really not a lot going on, yeah.
It's a kind of a lull, right? Like, it's hard to come up with things when the boys are not doing anything, and
Yes.
any of the boys really.
And
Of
at
any
this
boy
time
band.
of year, there's really not much. There are a few
And-
like boy bandy updates, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
like there are shows going, but we're not going to any shows, so it's kind of hard to.
The boy bands
come
are
up with
allergic to
content if
Canada
you're not-
again, so yes.
Yeah.
However, not allergic. Actually, no, maybe I'll just mention this.
Not allergic. Yeah.
Nick Jonas. We always say he's kind of boy bandy, kind of not. I feel like a lot of people who listen to our podcast don't really care about the Jonas Brothers, but I shall share this information with you anyways. A couple of days ago, he randomly posted, oh my God, I don't know why I was about to say a night in Nick Jonas. That is not a night with Nick.
Well, at least we now know where your head is at.
You know what? I've been reading a lot of Heated Rivalry, okay? So, you know. So a night with
Are they
Nick.
in each other in Heated Rivalry? Like, I feel like this is not part of the show, is it?
Is there any what in Heated Rivalry?
You're saying a night in with Nick, like in Nick. So is in Heated Rivalry, the show, are they in each other a lot?
Ma'am, it was a gay love show. They're in each other a
So-
lot.
Isn't it about hockey? Like, what is this show about now?
I can't, it's still boggling my mind that you have not seen it. So basically it's based on a book series by Rachel Reed.
Okay.
And there are 6 books initially. She is writing another one right now. But basically, each book follows a different gay character from this hockey world. So the first season of Heated Rivalry is mostly based on book 2, which is Shane and Ilya's book. So they're like the main characters. They also have an episode about Scott and Kip, who are the first book. It's called Game Changers.
Okay.
So basically, Shane and Ilya are rivals. They got drafted the same time. They're both like the top of their like thing. But obviously, you know, you can't really be gay in hockey because it's a very toxic culture. So they kind of hide that fact and the fact that they are actually like both like captains of their team.
The
and all this stuff
NHL
like
is
that.
still
And Shane,
toxic as well, yeah.
yes, for sure. And it's kind of like trying to change like the narrative there. So Shane is with Montreal and Ilya's in Boston, which already has like a pretty, those
that's
2 teams have a lot of rivalry.
That's what's it called? 6. Yeah. That's the original 6 teams.
Oh no, my camera's being weird. I hope it doesn't turn off. Okay. Yes.
Boston and Montreal is the original 6 teams. That's not good. Ooh.
Yeah, so there's a whole lot about that. Like maybe they would be okay if they were gay, maybe they'd be okay if they're dating, but the fact that they're both the heads of these 2 teams that are rival.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Cinzia's video has gone a little bit haywire. But yeah, I'm very interested that this show is about hockey, but not really. So it's very entertaining. But yeah, that's cool that Night with Nick Jonas, he's having a show in Niagara Falls, Ontario.
I am back. Am I back?
Okay, we're back. Okay.
Yes. So sorry. Yes. So basically, long story short, and so each of the books follows one character with like another, and they're different scenarios. So like Scott and Kip, Scott is the captain of the New York team, and Kip is like a smoothie guy. Then you have Kyle and Eric, and then you have Troy and Harris, and I love Troy and Harris, and Harris is like my favorite, one of my favorite.
So
characters.
does it take place at a hockey rink?
So yeah, so
Is there any
they
hockey
play for the
involved in this
NHL. I
show?
think it's called the MHL actually, but basically, so
Okay.
they do kind of play around. And then Ilya actually shows up in each of the books as like kind of like a queer fairy godfather, kind of like bringing them all together and kind of because they're all pretty much like hidden in the series, and they're trying to like whatever. So that's kind of like the thing.
Okay, so he's a very supportive person.
Ryan and Fabian are another couple too. So,
Yes.
anyways, it's a good show.
Okay.
It's a good series. Been on a little bit of a kick lately. But Nick Jonas.
So going from a night in,
musician.
see, like you have to be very particular with your wording, because then a whole like 5 minutes can go by and we're talking about other things.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, can you get out, please? Okay, thank you. Okay.
This is for pain or what?
That's Tylenol, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So let's take 2. Okay. Anyways, so Nick has announced 6 dates in June. So he's doing that. The tickets are already on sale. So the special guests are going to be Franklin Jonas and I can never say the name of his band, Bazanites. And then somebody named Magnus Farrell will be coming to a few of the shows as well. When they originally posted
some confusion? Wasn't there some confusion about Niagara Falls? It was supposed to be Ontario, but they put New York?
When they originally posted this, they put this as Niagara Falls, New York, instead of Ontario. But I already knew because I work in radio, and one of my friends who works at another radio station said, hey, Nick Jonas is coming to town to Falls View Casino. So, but we didn't know the date yet because he was waiting for the commercial. So I'm like, okay. So when it finally got announced, I already knew to look at the Falls View website, and that was like, it was posted there. Because I also had a couple of other people reach out to me because they know I like boy bands. So they're just like, hey, I got the insider email. My one friend Joe sent it, and he's like, Joe Jonas is coming. I'm like, Joe Jonas is coming. Like, that's a whole different story, but it's not. It was Nick Jonas. I was like, okay, fine. But anyway, so I found it. So then I said, hey, and I posted it, and I said, hey, who's coming to these shows? FYI, the Niagara Falls one is in Canada, not New York. So then I started fucking arguing with people in this Jonas Brothers fan group, and they're just like, actually, there's 2 Niagara Falls. The Canadian one's on the other side of the border. I'm like, yeah, thanks, Tips. I know what fucking Niagara Falls is. Like, I live an hour away from it. But then I was just like, yes, and this show is on the Canadian side at Falls View Casino. And then they were like, why would they post New York if it was in the Canadian side? I was like, because perhaps it is run by people who are American and don't know. So again, if you're not from this area, on the Canadian side, there's Niagara Falls View Casino. I think it's actually just called Falls View Casino now. They have 2 musician places. So in the actual casino, there's the Avalon Ballroom. So that's where Nick Carter has performed. And then on the across the street, there's the OLG stage. It holds about 5,000 people, and that is where Nick Jonas is performing. So anyways, so then I just kept posting the link to the actual tickets to buy them, and then people were like, oh, okay, thanks. I was like, why would I be making this shit up? Like 2 seconds of you Googling Nick Jonas, Niagara Falls, it would show up that he is on the Canadian side. But anyway,
I
so
feel like people don't like to look things up on Google or any of that.
Am I the crazy one who looks things up? Anyway, so June 4th is a Thursday, so he's going to be in Niagara Falls, Ontario. The 6th, he'll be in Hanover.
Sorry, Cinzia, your mic is a little bit staticky.
Okay. Is it not using the Yeti? Hold on a sec. It is not. Of course not. Hello, can you hear me now?
Okay, much better. That's much better, yes.
It defaulted to the other one that doesn't work. Okay, so so that whole thing, you couldn't hear me.
I just couldn't hear part of it.
Okay,
the other parts I could hear you. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So Nick will be in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Hanover, MD. What is that one? I can't remember which one MD is.
Isn't it like Midland?
It is not Midland. There's no state of Midland. Charlotte, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, Danville, Virginia, VA, and Atlantic City, New Jersey. So is it Massachusetts? No, that's MA. I don't know what MD is. Why am
Isn't it like
drawing a blank right now.
I'm also drawing a blank.
MD State. Maryland. That
Maryland, that's what I was trying to say. Maryland.
So basically, it's kind of like
couldn't have it in my brain.
It's a little East Coasty type tour he's doing, minus Atlanta, Georgia, which is whatever. So he's on these. So some people are complaining about that. Anywho, tickets are available.
Be thankful he's even doing anything because
he usually doesn't. So I think
he doesn't do anything,
maybe
right?
Stuff in the past, but I feel like it'll be a good show. I went to go purchase tickets, and then I determined it was a lot of money, so I decided not to. And then maybe my friend who frequents the casino might be able to get me a pair, but I don't know. Probably we'll see how much closer to the date when it gets cheaper. But the tickets were the closest ones were 226. Then there was like 172, 130, 100, and the cheapest are 90 for this show. I have not
huge
the other ones.
fan of him, then you'll buy that.
Oh yeah,
but
for
if
sure,
you're not
for
a
sure.
fan, you might think
No.
twice.
And I totally get that. And I'm like, I paid similar to that to go to his brunch, and then you actually had food and things like that. So I'm like, I feel like that'd be fun. But I'm pretty sure I'll probably cave closer to the day and get them, but we'll see how it goes. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's check how what the ticket sales are looking right now. Oh, can I also say that again? I forgot. I was about to do it again. I forgot that they had gone on sale, so I didn't get in before the pre-sale started. So I went on Ticketmaster and I typed Nick, and then my fingers automatically typed Carter, because then a picture of Nick Carter popped up, and I was like, why are they showing me Nick Carter instead of Nick Jonas? And I was like, because I typed in the wrong thing. So yeah, muscle memory, guys. I got a lot of BSB on the mind. Yeah. But so the public on sale just started, and yeah, so there's still like a fair amount of ticket. Not bad. Like they've sold like probably about a third, maybe half, because these are the balcony areas.
I don't know. I feel like things are too expensive. People are not going to buy. They're going to wait till the last minute, I feel, to buy.
So so the cheapest tickets are $92, and the most expensive right now are about $172, which again is not terrible, but back in my day, tickets used to be $100 for the good ones. So yeah, things have definitely changed, but so
that's like in the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays used to have a ticket for $20 in the 500 level.
Yeah, and
now it's like 45 to like 85, which is fine, I guess.
Is it though? But that's a lot. There's a lot.
45 is not bad, but still, when you know the price used to be $20, you're like, oh my gosh.
We've officially become one of those people. Oh,
I know.
Also, even though it is at the casino, you can still go if you're a kid, because it's not inside the casino; it's in its own separate facility. And what was my other thing I was going to say about this? Oh. Pay attention to the website closer to the day, because it is a casino. They do give a lot of comps to people who gamble a lot. But then sometimes those people will change their mind, or they'll hold a bunch of tickets to be like, if somebody wants them, whatever. The day of and the day before, they'll start releasing more tickets closer. So keep an eye on that. So yeah, who knows? Good tickets. So anyways, that is Nick. Speaking of tickets, New Kids on the Block. Donnie Wahlberg posted something yesterday. I couldn't actually log into it because it's American website, but on Live Nation, if you go livenation.com/all-access, they are doing $30 tickets. So this is the regular, like every year they do like $20, $25 tickets. I guess it's $30 this year. So they will be doing the further shows in Vegas this spring and summer. They'll have some $30 tickets. Again, I don't know how many they will have. I checked on Live Nation Canada, and our sale doesn't start until next week. So I don't know if it's a pre-sale right now. And Donnie was just saying to sign up for it. Not 100% sure, but...
and they're going to be doing a remix of the show.
Yes.
And because they will not be touring in 2027, but they will be going there again 2028.
Yeah. So... basically, they are just trying to, get that in there. So
it looks like nobody is touring in 2027.
It seems to be a dead year. It would be a great time. It would be great for NSYNC to come back, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
I feel like that ship has sailed, and I feel like people are mad at Joey Fatone for being very honest. And the 3 interviews that I saw him, I feel like he's like had enough of this question.
Well,
which is fair.
The shitty part is that Chris and Joey are the 2 that are out there doing shows and doing things. Yeah. And they're the ones who are constantly being asked about getting back together. And they are the ones who want to get back together. So it's really shitty to sit there and be like, oh, can't name names, but the 2 J's are not really that interested, right? So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe something will happen in the future. If it does, I hope it's more like a surprise and that's it, instead of having to wait for things.
But then Lance went on a podcast with Danielle, who's from Boy Meets World. And I think she does American Idol now. So she has an American Idol podcast. Oh, okay. And he was on her show. And she asked Lance, is there a chance? And he's like, there's always a chance, but the timing is not right. So
they got young kids and all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, so does Chris.
And then people are like, well, Backstreet Boys also have young kids, but you see them going out and you don't see them making an excuse. And I was like, everyone is different. I don't know.
As much as I don't like going to Vegas, and I don't mind it, it's just not like it's expensive to get there and stay there. But if they just want to do a little Vegas residency, that is also okay. At least you'll be in the same place. You can bring your kids with you, do whatever. But
I feel like that will sell out in a minute.
I think so too, which also sucks.
And then you won't get any, and then the hardcore fans won't get anything. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Speaking of selling out, the boy band cruise is apparently only has like 20 cabins left. So that is November 13 to 16. So that's O-Town, Christopher Sink, Ryan Cabrera, BB Mac. I think that's it. LFO, Brad will be on that cruise. So seriously kind of debating it, but I have not booked it yet because I've already booked another boy band thing for this summer. So Gina and I are headed back to jolly old England. Oh my God.
We're going to see Five again. It's going to be a different experience because last time it was at the O2 Arena, which is obviously like a giant arena and stuff. This time it's like festivals, kind of. They're outdoor. So the first one is in Darlington. So that is August 9th, I want to say. It's a Sunday. It's in a rugby stadium. So we did pay extra to get there. I guess they have like a little pit area in the front, and then there's some more GA stuff. So we're in that pit. We also paid extra to get early entry, and we also paid extra for bathrooms. And I was just like, fuck. Like, if it was Canadian dollars, I'd be like, all right, $22, fine, whatever. But it was British pounds. So we paid an additional $40 each to use clean toilets. And I'm like,
well, okay, hopefully they're the cleanest toilets you've ever seen for $40 each.
And the thing is that I don't actually know what the crowd is like in a GA crowd. And is it going to be like here? Are people going to be lined up at like 10 in the morning? Or are they just going to like waltz in whenever? I don't know. So that's the first one that we're going to.
I don't know. Like in North America, people do that, but my guess is they're gonna do that.
I would like to assume that British people are more chill, so we're gonna go with that. So we'll still be there early, but so we're going. It's the Discovery Festival, and then on the Friday of that week, we're going to Windsor, near like the castle. It's the Royal Windsor Live, so it's like on this like racetrack thing. So we also have like that tickets. But again, I don't know how close this is. I don't know if you're allowed to bring in signs. I don't know if you're allowed to bring in like whatever. I don't know. It's going to be August. It'll probably be hot. It might rain. It's London. Who knows? Anyways, it should be fun. We'll be fun. So, but let me just tell you, this is our travel day to get to Darlington, is that we leave Toronto at 11 o'clock at night on the Friday. We arrive England at 11 a.m. their time. Then we have 4 hours to go through customs, take the tube to King's Cross Station, which is about an hour, tube ride, to meet up with our train, which will then take us 2.5 hours north to this Darlington place. And then our hotel is like a 10-minute walk from the station. So fingers crossed, nothing gets delayed and we don't miss that, because that would be terrible. But yeah, so I feel like unless I can fall asleep on the plane, I will probably be up for more than 24 hours that day, because I will be at work earlier in the day because it's a Friday. So, and then the concert's on the Sunday. So hopefully it'll work out. But then we're going to go to London for 3 days. Might check out Brighton, which apparently is a beachside area. And then Windsor, and then we go to that show, and then we fly back on the Saturday. So we're back on Saturday. So we're like, so that's kind of what I'm focusing on now. Still would be kind of interested in doing the Backstreet Boys Sphere thing, would be interested in doing the O-Town cruise with Chris. But I feel like I need to win the lottery first. So that's thoughts. Do you have any
things we do for boy bands?
Things we do for boy bands. But honestly, like last time when Gina and I went, we went for, I think, 4 days. We only saw the one concert. It was like so much fun. Like, loved England. It was great. They have a great transit system, like really cool. So yes. Anyways, that has nothing to do with today's episode. But
it does have something to do with boy bands. So.
It does, yes. So there you go.
Yeah. But yes, that's something to look forward to. Fun time. One thing we haven't talked about in a very long time is Howie D.
Howie D
and
from the Backstreet Boys.
And you know who else? What else we haven't talked about or did a review of is Howie D's album.
Back to me, back to me, back. Why is there so much glare? Here we go.
I don't know. Is there sun out?
No, it's just the computer. Because I have nothing set up. But anyways, I am shocked I was able to find this CD so quickly at my house. And it was pretty much where I was there. So there's the back of the case.
Didn't you put it where your other CDs are? Or
no, I did not.
No.
Well, it's in the thing right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a nice little booklet. It has pictures of Howito and thank yous and all that jazz.
Back in my
That is a
day,
long ass thing.
CDs and CD booklets.
Normally, I would read the thank yous, but as you can see, it's tiny writing over 2 page, like a full page of things. But basically,
to be fair, it was his first solo album. He had lots of people with him helping him with the album. He has a huge team. He's thanking his family. He's thanking all of his team. So I understand why it was so long.
Yes,
and to be fair, his other thank yous on the Backstreet Boys albums have.
He always has. Howie was always the one that was like thanking everybody, like thank you to the producer, thank you to the management team, thank you to this. So he is definitely.
I think the only one that was short was like Brian's. Brian's was like a paragraph.
Yeah.
But he got everyone out of the way too. Like he thanked everyone that he needed to thank. But yeah, it was very short, Brian's.
I'm gonna do a quick who he thanks, but I'm not gonna read the paragraphs. God, his Backstreet Boys brothers. He had an amazing time on the journey making this. He thanks his family. He thanks his extended team and management team, his close friends, his lawyer, people at this other company, the the video director, the photographer, the glam squad, ground control, which is what Wonderful Union is now.
Which is what Please and Thank You is now?
Please, yes. Yes, it is. Please and thank you. Yes. Got you. Yep. Thank you.
That's how old we are. We've known them from Ground
Control. We've known them through 3 generations of names. So
yes.
Ground Control, then Wonderful Union. Now it's Please and Thank You. He thanks 2 members of the Japanese fan club. He thanks his personal security guard, Josh. Love Josh.
Yeah, Josh is fun.
writers and producers, the person mixing and mastering the record. And then lastly, but definitely not least, a big thanks to all my fans around the world for not only buying my first solo record, but for all your many years of love and support with 3 exclamation marks. I hope you enjoy this record as much as I did making it. This record to me really is a representation of where I am right now in life, with a lot of positive, fast-moving things happening, and I'm loving every minute of it as it comes with living each moment to the fullest. Can't wait to tour this baby all over the world. God bless you all. Did he tour? He toured with Britney Spears for it.
He went to Chile, but I don't remember him going to Toronto or anything like that.
I don't remember him doing any solo stuff in Toronto.
No.
Well, yes. Sorry, I take that back. Obviously, the release, which we will show you that, but I don't know when we want to do that part. Okay, well,
yeah, like
you know what?
the HMV CD signing, yes, but I don't think he went to a nightclub.
Think he did. Like
he did the Tris nightclub, but he didn't do for a performance, because we would have been there if he did.
We definitely would have, because Howie was popping up it. So we were at this. This was the Howie D autograph session on Tuesday, November 15th. 2011 at 6 p.m. At the HMV on Queen Street.
So in 2011, like Cinzia and I have mentioned many times, Nick and Howie would always come to Toronto in 2011. It was amazing.
It was a good year, man. It was a great time.
We never thought that would be possible, but it was
they
amazing.
Just kept coming.
And then the years later, there was like nothing. So it was like so many things and then nothing. One extreme to the next extreme.
Just like you baited us there, and then you're like, just kidding, bye. So
yeah.
What was I? The pictures, maybe. Hold on.
Do you want to show the big photo of it?
The big photo of it.
Expand.
And that is how expanded it got. I don't know if it.
Oh, okay. You can't click on it? Yeah, like that. Yeah. So what does it say? Does it say anything fun on the bottom?
It says, free wristband to meet Howie D with the purchase of Back to Me, available November 15th while quantities last. Basically.
Okay. And it was at HMV Queen Street. That was where we met Nick as well.
Yeah.
It is now gone, but yes.
Another thing that I still have that is, hold on, let me close out of this, is these Howie D chapsticks that they gave out after the NKOT BSB concerts. I don't know if you can.
Yes. I have gotten a whole bag from Ryan, who was part of his street team.
Yes. So
I gave half away, and then I still have
some.
Yeah, I still have a few. And I actually gave one to Howie when we were in Vegas. And he's like, oh, is this mine? And I'm like, yeah, you can have it. And he's like, thanks. Because he hadn't had any more.
Yes. And we also made him pose with it at Tris nightclub as well.
Yes.
That was a lot of years. So anyway, so it has like little lips, and it says, visit howied.com/100 for a free download of 100, the new single by Howie D from his new album. So that was kind of like the promo thing. So we actually helped hand these out.
Yes.
At some events as well.
It was a great time.
It was a great time. So I'm just.
And then we would always sing 100 kisses, girl, straight to your heart. And then that was just the thing that we'd always sing.
Yes. Indeed, we did, because we would just break out into song at any time, because that is what we do here. That particular day, I went with Pam and Rochelle and Mandy. That was her name. And we went to Toronto to kind of like follow Howie D around for the day. So he started off at, I want to say it's City TV. I could be wrong. One of the morning shows. So we were kind of like, there was just like basically just us. And
I think it was breakfast television. So I think
could have been breakfast television. Yes. Yeah. So we ran into him outside. So there's me and Howie, and then this is Josh, his security guard. I love him. Then after that, I can't remember where else we went, but then we also went to Much Music. So we're at Much Music, waiting in line to go inside.
I think you guys also went to CTV's Canada AM.
I don't know if we did. I don't know. This is later on at the actual autograph signing. The pillow that our buddy, Olga made. So that's funny. Sorry.
Because
But-
wasn't this your sign at Much Music? You had
The
a
sign was at Much Music. So we get to Much Music and we're waiting to like get in, and they were being ageist at that point.
yes.
And they were just like, anybody under the age of 25 can come in. And we were older than, were we? What year is it? 2011. How old would I have been in 2011?
I think you were like 30 or something.
Why
like
could
that.
I not do math? Okay, so
You might have been
2011 minus 1982. I was 29.
Okay, close enough.
Yeah, so they're just like, oh, you have to be under 25 or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Howie's over that age. Like, whatever. So we're
I know. We grew up
we
with
were, like,
Howie. What are you
super
talking about?
offended. And yeah, so we were like super offended that we weren't going to be let in. And then luckily they didn't have, oh my gosh, they didn't have enough people. So they let us go in, but we were not allowed to be like behind Howie. We were like in this other section. And I had made some signs. Oh, I can show you.
That's so sad.
So we were, so there's this music video that Howie did for one of the songs called Going, Going, Gone. And like Sofia and I are in it a bunch of times, but let me just.
I thought we would talk about the CD signing and then show that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Do we want to do it? Yeah. So here, I had a sign here that says, this is how we do it. Hold on. Because that's my. So there's me waving because that's what I do. I wave. So yeah, so Howie was being interviewed. So as you can see, the younger people were all behind him and then we were off to the side. But also at this event was CJ from 3 Deep, which is Howie's buddy. And I was so fucking excited to see CJ. And I think I actually had a sign for him. I can't remember. But
I thought that he said CJ or one of the hosts said CJ, the VJ, and then you were like, woo! And then
I was like, woo! But I was the only person.
Yeah.
So Howie looks at me and then CJ looks at me. So then after the segment, because Howie didn't stay till the end because he was going to the HMV thing, which was just down the street from Much Music. CJ was there and I saw him and he was looking for me. So then I came over and I like kind of like jumped in front of him. And then he just like opened up. I'm like, can I have a hug? He's like, of course. And he like engulfed me in a hug. And then everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, no one knew who he was.
oh my God, it was the best.
But I was so
The best day.
excited to see CJ again. And I was just like,
And then weren't you guys almost not let out of Much Music?
They almost wouldn't let us out. And then we snuck out because they wanted us to stay for the whole afternoon or whatever. But we're just like,
And we're like, no. You were like,
Like,
no,
Howie's
I gotta
gone.
go to the CD signing.
yeah, we got to get to the CD signing. So, because I think this was actually at 5 and the CD signing was at 6 and we didn't want to like miss out. So they let us go eventually. But
Oh my gosh. And then wasn't this also where you saw Chris? Remember the guy from Cover Me Canada? He was like the
yes, he was the warm up guy.
yeah, the warm-up guy.
And he was
then-
like, because we were like, I was like, woo! And he's like, what the? He's like, it took me a second to realize who you were because it was out of context. Because Sofia and I and a few of our other friends, we'd always go to Cover Me Canada every week as like, I wouldn't say seat fillers because they weren't seats.
there was no seats, but I would say like
we
the
were
audience.
we
We
were
were
the-
in the audience.
We
Yeah.
were like the ones who would like hype it up and go like, whoa. So he called us the woohoo girls. And then he's like, where's Sophia? And I was like, I can't remember if you were sick or at work or both.
I was very sick, so I was at home.
She was at
And I was resting as much as possible so I could have some strength to get up and go
To get
and
up
see
to go to
Howie
the
at the CD signing.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
then we did the CD signing and then let me share some photos. Uno momento. So this is Sophia's signature that she got.
Yes. So Cinzia texted me and was like, because I was like, oh, should I come now or wait a little bit longer? And then you
And I
were
was like,
oh, no,
come
you should
now.
come because the line is moving very quickly. So I ran out of the house and went in the subway, and it was pretty quick. I got there like just in time.
She got there just in time because the line was moving super fast. So there's Howie and Sofia.
And then Cinzia was like, she didn't get her CD sign like personalized,
I did not.
but everyone else did because she's very helpful to other fans. She had a sticky note.
I had sticky notes.
And she was like, here, let's put your name on the sticky note and then you can personalize it. So everyone got to personalize it after her. So thank you, Cinzia.
No problem.
She started the trend of getting personalized.
Too far in these pictures, I'm going the wrong way. So this is my friend Sarah that we met at other Howie events, and we had like lunch with Howie at a different event. And we keep running into her in random places that are not Toronto, even though she's from the Toronto area as well. So as you can see how flustered I am, because she won like front of the line signing. So she's like, oh, just like come up. So I was like, okay. And I'm like, I have the CD under my chin. I'm trying, like, it's pretty funny. But anyways, this
at these events, we would always see regular BSB fans out of the country.
Yes.
If it was in the US, never in Toronto. And then this one time it was actually in Toronto.
Yes, here is me flailing and trying to get my shit together. There's me. Then so we didn't know they were filming this thing, and they just made like this music video. So there's our friend Pam and Rochelle. Where are we? So it kind of just cuts back and forth.
Yeah,
he made
like a fan video for Going Gone.
Yeah, he went to George Strophanopoulos' show. We didn't go to George's thing. We didn't have that. We didn't know he was going to be there. But basically, like he like hustled all day going to various like things. Okay,
there's us in the background.
Hold on.
I think somebody yelled up. Did we yell up like Howie? And then
I think so, yeah.
And then he turned around and he was like taking video of us there, or somebody was.
Oh, look, these are all like the Toronto peeps we used to hang out with all the time at Backstreet Boys stuff. So there's me. There's Sofia.
Like I said, this was the first time we actually saw people and hung out with them in Toronto and not out of the country.
Yeah, it was fun for sure. So
some good times.
Some good times there.
So we're like, there it is. Yes, we said Howie, and then he waved to us. Yes, there we go. Did you see that part? Yeah.
Sorry, let me go back.
Move back there. Yeah. See, we said Howie, and then he waved.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So I think that was us who was like Howie.
Yeah. Then he waved, and they went down to us. So anyway, so that is if you go to this is actually under Young Hollywood, I guess, is it? So it says exclusive Howie D's new video from Britney Spears tour, Going Gone, is what it's called. But yes, so we make some various appearances in this video, like just quick ones. Obviously, we're not.
Yeah, very quick. But to be, that's a good memory to have because not everyone gets a chance to be in a Howie video.
That's true. So, definitely fun. Good times.
Yeah, and then when I got there, Josh was like, take your sweet time with him. It's okay. Like, have your way. And I was like, what are you, Josh? Is this actually Josh? Because for Nick, he was like, no, we're not doing photos. You can do nothing, basically.
Yeah, Josh was too stressed out.
So when I went, I was like, are you sure this is Josh? Like, what has happened? Could someone take over your body? Like, what is this? So we got to get an autograph. We got to have a quick chat with Howie. We got a picture. Like, it was a great time.
Yeah,
I was very surprised.
I think he said something to me like, "Oh, I see you again. I've been seeing you all day," or something, because I had been at 2 other locations prior to that. So, because Josh used to be like very mean to certain people. So it's like half and half. Like, I guess depending on how his mood was, you either like. I've never had the experience of Josh being like that mean or whatever.
Oh, I never had that either, but I have seen people getting like yelled at by him. So when I went, I was like, wow, Josh. Wow. Okay. Thanks, Josh.
I remember running into him at the New Kids concert, and I was just like, he was in like the next section over. So I was just like, Josh, what the fuck? And I was like, you were just in Mexico with the Backstreet Boys yesterday. And he's like, yes, there's a thing called planes. I was like, thanks, Tips. Like,
that's funny, yeah.
Because that was the one where I kept hallucinating that I was seeing Backstreet Boys, and you're like, they're not there, they're in Mexico. And then I was like, I think I just saw Josh. And then he was at the next thing over. So then I had brought a bunch of listeners from the radio station to this New Kids concert. So I was like their supervisor, so watching the shenanigans, and they're just like, who is that random man that you just went to go hug? And I was like, oh, he's a Backstreet Boys bodyguard. And they're like, okay.
That was on like the Nick Carter, the revival. we knew like Mike and Jason Turner, and the girls are like, "Who the fuck is that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's the bodyguard, and that's his lawyer."
Yes, because we made a sign at the Nick autograph sign. That's
Yeah, and then they were like, and then as a joke, Cinzia and I were like, "See, if you're a real Backstreet Boy fan, you would know who they are." Obviously, as a joke, we said it.
It's fine, but yeah, no. Oh, I miss those days. When we used to actually see the
Now they're
Backstreet
like
Boys
$1,000 to go see them in Vegas. So
for 5 seconds. Yeah. So, oh well, that is what it is. But anyways, back to Me album.
experiences that we got. So
We were lucky to have some good experiences back in the day, for sure. Yeah. Howie's always like super nice.
Howie's
He's chill. He's just relaxed.
He's very easygoing. Like if you get on Howie's bad side, like there's something that you did wrong, not Howie.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's so nice. Like
it's just so nonchalant. Like the one time in Hamilton, he was just like wandering through the crowds and nobody noticed him until he got on the bus.
Oh yeah, by the buses. And we were behind him or we were beside him and we're like, "Hey Howie."
It's like, hey.
And then people were walking behind him behind him. And then they're like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know that was Howie." And we're like, "How can you not tell?" Yeah. He has a bodyguard beside him.
Well, I guess you're not looking, right? So, and I remember for that one, I didn't get a picture with him because other people were there that hadn't got pictures. So I was just like whipping people in to grab pictures with Howie. I'm like, "Quick, I'll take your next picture." Like, so he was chill. But anyways,
to be fair, you kind of should know that he was there because the buses are there. That's the whole point of that, right?
Yeah.
That's when I saw Brian, Nick, Howie, AJ. But AJ didn't come out of the buses.
Yeah.
He just autographed stuff from his window.
I'm surprised they didn't have the buses parked underground, honestly. I don't know if they were under construction, but yeah.
Does Hamilton have that underground?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe they couldn't go there.
Maybe they were like, maybe they're doing construction or something, so that's why they were there. But we're like,
or maybe they just wanted to dash right away, so they like.
That's true because
get them out from the back and just run onto the bus
GTFO.
and then out of here. Yeah.
Yep. All right, back to the album review.
Sorry, things just happen. Your mind triggers another memory, and then you just talk about it.
It's a good guy, that Howie D. Yeah. All right. So our good old buddy over here, Wikipedia, let's read what it says as we do, as is tradition with our album reviews. Also, can I just say that I have not listened to this album in years and I legit forgot like half the songs. Like the first half, definitely knew because they were all like the singles and stuff. But the other half, I'm like, couldn't remember it.
I have also not heard this album in a very long time. And I was like, oh yeah, I like this song.
Because what is it? Oh my God, it's 15 years. This album is 15 years old. So
yeah, it's been a very long time.
Long time. All right. So
and then remember, we couldn't even get one Howie CD at the after party. They gave us another Nick CD, and we were like, "Come on, can we buy a?"
I can't remember.
What?
Full CD? Was it the full CD or were they singles that they were giving?
No, it was a full CD.
So yeah, so if you went to like Nick and Howie did joint after parties after the NKOT BSB tour, and you would either get a Nick CD or a Howie CD. So we're like, okay, great. We have like a ton of Nick ones. Let's get the Howie ones. And then they were just like, oh no, we're out of Howie. We're like, what the fuck, man? They're like, are you sure you don't want Nick? We're like, dude, we already have like 4 of them. We don't need Nick.
Yes, that was when the price was like $170 for both, and we're like, oh wow, they just added Howie as a bonus.
Basically, it was good.
Good times.
Those were fun.
We love Howie. We love Howie. He's the best.
I love Howie.
Yeah,
love the man. Anyways, okay. So Back to Me is the debut solo studio album. I was going to say it's his only album, but no, he actually has that other one.
Yes.
Who I Am or Who Am I?
Who am I?
Who am I?
Yeah, Who Am I think.
I always mix it up because, again, they have very similar. The other one is more...
Nick's is Who I Am.
So if Nick is Who I Am, then Howie's is Who Am I? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah, because we had that picture and I had a arrow said Howie D and just...
Yes.
I have so much fun with this man. Anyways,
He's the best. He has a great time. He knows how to have fun.
he knows how he can take jokes. He's good. He's a good guy. Anyways, okay, Back to Me is the debut solo album by American singer-songwriter Howie Dorough, known for being a member of the Backstreet Boys. The album was released November 9th, 2011 in Japan through Avex Group and November 15th, 2011 in the United States through Howie Do It to Music. Oh my God, I was about to read that as Howie Dolt Music. The I is capital and it looks like Dolt. And I'm like, that's horrible.
Amazing.
Yeah. Also in Canada, obviously on that day. And he was actually in Canada on his release day. The album
in Toronto.
In Toronto. The album, a pop record, was recorded from 2002 to 2011. Jesus, that's a long time.
That is a long time. You got to get it right? You got to get the songs right.
But I think the difference is that Howie wasn't telling us that he was releasing a solo album for these 8 years or whatever my math is, 9 years that it took to write it.
Oh my gosh, I remember him doing a Q&A, I think on the Backstreet Boys fan club. And then I think he answered one of my questions, if I remember correctly. And he couldn't say my screen name, which is Soph D Loves BSB.
Oh God, what did he say?
And he was like, him and Nick, I don't know, for some reason could not say my name, my screen name. It was very entertaining. He was like, Soph D Loves BSB. It was like so funny. Yeah, good times.
Amazing. Okay. It was produced by Dorough himself. 3 singles were released from the album: 100, Lie to Me, and Going, Going, Gone. The album's Japanese edition also features a guest appearance from Yu Shirota, who performs as Yu. Upon its release, the album charted number 56 on the Japanese album charts. Okay, background and recording. Back to Me was recorded with a multitude of songwriters and producers. Production on the album began in 2002, following the Backstreet Boys' initial hiatus. But when the group reunited, it wasn't kind of a hiatus, but not like an actual break. It's some time break things. Anyways.
Yeah, they just took a break, like. Yeah.
But when the band reunited in 2004, the project was shelved. Following the band's revival, Howie, and that's when they came back as a 4-member group for many years.
Yes.
Howie continued working on the album in his spare time, and in 2008 made an official announcement regarding the album. Howie initially started off with a Latin sound in mind, exploring his heritage and roots. Following the band's 6th album, This Is Us, Howie returned to the studio and completed the project, finally changing the direction of the genre to pop dance. Recording the album began in 2002. That is the same thing. Wow, it's the same line. Wikipedia, you're letting us down, man. Okay, so it was not until the conclusion of the band's 2010 world tour that Dorough found that he had enough time in his grueling schedule to fully commit to the album. With AJ also working on a solo project in Japan at the time. Oh, okay, yeah, so that's when
Have it all.
Howie was encouraged by his bandmate to approach Avex Group, who, impressed with the sales of McLean's solo project in the region, later signed Dorough as well. At this point, Dorough returned to the studio, where he decided to change the direction of the album from the unfamiliar Latin to the popular pop dance genre, which worked well for McLean. As well as collaborating with a number of new producers and songwriters, Dorough reworked some of his Latin demos, changing the lyrics and composition to suit the style of the album. Dorough recorded an unreleased Backstreet Boys song, which he had co-written with Nick Carter, called Pure. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, I do remember this.
Okay. Which they had been unable to complete in time for inclusion for the This Is Us album. He also worked with Wayne Rodriguez on a number of songs and co-wrote with Jody Marr. The album's lead single, 100, was released to success in Japan with a promotional tour and a number of live dates to follow. As such, Howie was asked to record exclusive material for the Japanese market, only as a reward to the fans, and as such, he joined singer and entertainer Yu Shirota, who he had discovered while searching YouTube for popular Japanese artists. The pair came together in the recording studio to record a song specially written by Dorough called If I Say.
I remember that it was a big deal in Japan.
Yes. Japan fans have always been supporting the Backstreet Boys, man.
Yeah.
The Japanese deluxe edition of the album includes a bonus DVD which features footage of the pair recording the song. The album was subsequently released in the United States by Howie Do It Music and later in Germany the following year. The German edition also includes a bonus track called Over and Under. Okay. So Here is the album. Very first song is 100. So it is written by Robert T. Geronica, Samuel T. Geronica, and Jedediah Harper, produced by Kuya and Jed Harper. So I am so good at reading these names, guys. Like,
It's very entertaining.
so this is the first single. Obviously, we had this song is so friggin' catchy. Like, it's so good. 100 kisses,
Even
girl.
like years later, we're still singing the song because anytime someone is like 100 kisses, and then you just break into song.
Yes. Or they say 100 and they're like, whatever. There was also, oh my God, that picture, my favorite picture from that one meet and greet we went to in Ohio.
Toledo?
Toledo. Yeah, when we did the rolling the dice picture.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. I wonder where that one is. Anyways, I had bought this like tank top that had like kiss, like lips all over it. And it was like not glitter, sequins. So it was like a sequin tank top that had these things on it. And Howie was standing next to Nick, and we were trying to get them to do this rolling the dice thing, which we've talked about a bunch of times. But as they were walking, I was like, oh, hey. So I said to Howie, and then Nick's like, oh, she's wearing kisses for you. And then I was like, yes, I am. And I like thrust I just like shoved my body back at Howie. I was like, yes, this is why I'm wearing this shirt. And it was just
because he couldn't see you were seeing it, so you just had to make sure that he saw it.
I'm just like, I don't know what possessed, and I just thought it was hilarious that Nick figured out why I was wearing that shirt was for Howie, and I just thought that was like really funny, and it was just like thrust my non-existent chest in his direction. And
that was like when he knew what Dreamboat was with our sign, and we're like, what the?
Sometimes we think Nick is so
that was
dumb.
twice he figured out what we're talking about.
He gets us. He knows. He gets it. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
But yeah, so I forget what I was saying there. Anyway, so 100, super catchy song. Oh, I guess I have notes on this too. I should probably look at my notes. Okay, so my notes for this is classic, great song, Chapstick.
Oh my God.
Clearly, I'm very in depth with my notes, guys. So.
Yeah. My notes, I don't have any notes from what I remember. But yeah, this song was very catchy. I sang it loud and proudly because I was like, yes, I remember this song, so fun. Yes.
We'd always like have a little chapstick out. We'd be like doing our thing.
I feel like when we did road trips, we would play this song and we put it very high and we would love it. We would sing in the top of our lungs.
It is such a good song. Like, it's so catchy. And like, I'm sure you guys have probably heard this song, but if you haven't, it's just like 100 kisses, girl, straight through your heart. Mm-hmm. I'm giving you 100. Yeah. So anyways, it's a good song. I enjoy it. It's very dancey. It's fun. It's
It definitely gets you in the mood to dance.
Oh, I found the picture. Okay.
Wonderful.
So so you can't really tell, but it's like a bunch of like, can this get any bigger? Oh, there we go. And then these two other girls. So I was supposed to be beside Howie, but then Kevin was taking too long autographing somebody's arm, and then it was like a whole big shenanigan. So they ended up putting two people in this picture. So I did cut out the girl. So that's why it looks weird.
Two girls.
Amazing. Yeah. So one was on one side of Howie, one was on the other. So I cropped it. But like, as you can see from my amazing editing job that I was able to get her out. But anyways, yeah. So it was a bunch of lips on there. So I was just, yeah.
Yes.
We're just rolling.
This was a very entertaining picture because I explained it to AJ, and then AJ's trying to help me explain it to Kevin. And as we walking away, he's like, that picture's gonna look like we're doing, and then we just walked away because we're like, yeah, don't hear the end of that one.
Because we're like, oh, you guys are going to Vegas. We're like rolling the dice, and we're like, it does not look like that. That's our dick splash picture. But yeah. Anyways.
But they're very into it. AJ's into it, Kevin's into it.
Nick's into it. AJ was smiling with teeth, and he usually didn't do that.
That's the first time he smiled with teeth. That was hilarious.
Nick's just holding on, and I was just like, all right, you can have your arm around me as long as you want, bud. It's fine. Yeah, so that's
It's
funny.
great.
Good times. Okay, what was I doing?
that
All
was one
right,
of
this
my
album.
favorite
Okay, so 100, great album, great song. Love it. Okay, back to the next song is Back to Me. So this was written by Howie D, Nicholas Furlong, and Jared Bettis, and it was produced by Jared Skins Bettis. So Back to Me is the single that he did. I think it was his second single on this album.
I think so.
Oh no, wait, no, this was not actually a single. This was not a single. Sorry.
No, Lie to Me was. Lie to Me.
Lie to Me was a
because
single.
Back to Me and Lie to Me, they have me in the song title, so that's why I'm got mixed up. Yeah.
But this was a good one. So this was fun. I said Howie dancing on cruise. So yes. So he did like a little solo show when we were on was it the 2011 cruise? Was it
I think 2013.
One of the cruises. He was performing, and we were like along the little catwalk, and he kept doing this like little Back to Me dance, and he's like, back to me, back to. So he kept going up, and then I don't know.
He would wink. He would wink.
He winked.
And then he would
so then he
dance
just kept
backwards.
coming.
He would wink and then dance backwards.
And dance backwards, and then I think
he really
Diane
liked
laughed, so he just kept coming to
our
us.
area, where we were. So he just kept looking.
He just kept because we were giving a reaction, so he's like, "Oh, better keep going back and keep winking to the girls and going back." And
so it was very entertaining.
It was so funny, but yeah, no, that's a good one too. Coming back to me, back to me.
Yeah, this one is not bad.
Did you freeze? Did I freeze?
Yeah, I think this one is not as good as the first one.
Fair.
And some of the other songs that are on the album, but it's not bad.
It's fun. It's good. Yeah. Okay, next up we have Going, Going, Gone. So written by Howie, Nicholas Furlong, and Rye Keys, and is produced by Rye Keys. So that's the one that Sophia and I are in the music video. So we kind of jumped the gun there on it. I say it as if we're actors, but we are in the background in tiny little glimpses. If you know that we're there, we're there. So yeah,
you could see your full body in a couple.
That's true.
Of
that is true. So
technically, you are
basically the star.
Basically, there you go.
My only notes for this was we're in this video.
It's a good song. I really like this song.
Going, going, gone.
And it's catchy because it's catchy and also easy to sing along to because it doesn't have a lot of words, really.
I also like when they get to the part, can I hear you say one time that you're the one for me? Did I hear 2 times? Like we love counting songs. Like, so there's like, that's in there.
It's very easy to follow along, you know?
So basically it's about breaking up, I guess. So it's like, thought you'd always be by my side. This is your chance to show me I'm not wasting my time. I'm waiting patiently. So like, but it's just like, yeah. So like make up your mind, hurry up and decide. So it's basically like, hey, see, we're running. You're running out of time. My heart will never win. So it's like, it's one of those types of songs. So yeah, it's good. It's catchy. It's fun.
I like this one a lot.
I like it.
When I heard it again, I was like, yes, I remember this song. And then I was like, yes, this is the song we're in the music video of.
And we're going, going, going. So Howie's next single is the next song. And that is, why is my screen being weird here?
And I believe Lie to Me has Neverest in it.
It does, yes. So Lie to Me was written by Chris DiStefano, Zach Poor, and Cam Rindell. And it was produced by Chris DiStefano. So at the time when this was coming out, Howie was also managing a band. So he was managing this Canadian boy band called Neverest. I'm going to share this tab instead.
And when we saw this video, I feel like it was different guys because when we were at the Tris nightclub, they were introducing the 2 new guys.
Yes, because Paulo Duca, Spee, Greg, and then who the heck is the other Neverest guy?
Oh, yeah, I don't remember the other guy.
But anyways, he had them playing it in the background.
Yes. Because on the NKOT BSB tour, there was 2.
Yes, I think they moved some members around. So Spee, Paul, Greg, and Mikey. And then they used to have a couple of other members over the time. So Alex Ciccone, Michael Basilone, Brendan Colameco, and Mike Close. So I'm not sure which ones are in this video, but I think this was the band, what they had actually decided at that point is that there. So they're playing like the guitar in the background. And it's like behind the scenes, there's Paul.
And I guess
making
Howie's like directing his video, basically. He's like the director,
So then there's, you know, his little love interest there. And yeah, it's just like, it's a really good song. Ah, yes, that guy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that one stayed in the band. So yeah, they might have been two other things. But basically, did I actually have notes on this one beside Neverest? I said Neverest, great song.
Yeah, I really like this one, and I like the video.
Probably helps if I like leave it on a spot where you can actually see Howie. Howie had great hair in this, by the way. Like I really like this Howie era. He had got rid of the Jesus hair. He was doing good stuff there. So yeah, so it's like it's just like it's a very like soothing sound to this song. Like
I feel like Howie's voice very much suited the song.
Like Howie has a great voice, and I feel like we kind of sleep on Howie's voice a lot, but like because he doesn't really get as many solos and things like that, but it sounds so good. So basically, one of the main parts is nobody told me we were too young. Nobody told me we couldn't love. Nobody warned me there's somebody coming. She's of love. So yeah, so it's, I don't know, it's about first loves and stuff like that. And her waves came and swept me back. Won't somebody lie to me? So it's like memories, thinking back, like, you know. So it's nice.
And then the group disbanded. I feel like a few years later the group disbanded.
Neverest was.
And then I feel like Howie also stopped managing artists, and it was just CJ.
Possibly.
Because he also had George. Somebody, what's the last name? George Suzuki or something?
Loduca, Paul. He's like a comedian now.
No, the other guy. What was the other guy? George something. George Suzuki.
Strappanopoulos?
No, the other artist he used to manage.
Oh, George Nozuka. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Sorry, I forgot about George. That was another artist that Howie was managing at the time.
And then he stopped managing him as well. So Howie's like, yes, I had enough of managing.
Howie's like, we're done with this.
He's like, yeah, this is too much work. CJ, go ahead.
Basically, yeah. So that's another reason why Howie was coming to Canada a lot, because George was also Canadian from the Toronto-ish area.
Yes.
But Neverest was from Toronto. And they had a song called About Us, which got number one on the Much Music charts.
It was a really good song.
Yes, that was a good song. I should add them to my playlist. Then their second single, entitled Everything, was released March in 2011, quickly charted in the top Billboard Canadian Hot 100. The band was managed by Backstreet Boys member Howie D. Neverest was the supporting act on the Canadian tour dates of the NKOT BSB tour. So they did
That's how we met them.
That's why we knew them, yeah. And then they got nominated for some awards, and yeah, so they toured in 2011 with Alyssa Reed. Then they did Wee Day in Halifax. They did that, and they officially broke up in 2015. They also performed at that New Year's Eve that Sophia and I went to, that Howie was at, and Neverest was performing. Was that 2011 to 2012, or was that like later on?
I think so. I think it was 20. Yeah, I think it was the same year.
It was the same year. So they were on stage, and then they did like Lie to Me with Howie. So yeah. So yes. So that they were good.
Because we never had the Backstreet Boys do anything like New Year's Eve. So when we saw Howie's going to be there,
like, yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we got to go.
For sure. Yeah. So anyways, Lie to Me, great song. Really enjoy that song.
Yeah,
it's just like, it has like a soothing sound. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of depressing because I guess he doesn't end up with a girl, but it's just like a soothing, like, yeah.
I really like the song. I think it's a good one.
Yes. All right. So those are the 4 that we would listen to quite a bit. And then the rest of the album, I do not recall most of this. So
I remember some more of the
a
one.
few more, like
Yeah.
further down.
Like, I think Way to Your Heart, I remember it. And Pure, I remember because Nick and Howie wrote that one. And I feel like I remember Pure. I feel like it was like, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember Pure. And then when I saw that they wrote it, I was like, yes, it's coming back to me.
Oh, coming back to me. Or back to me, coming back to
I was
me.
waiting for you to get it. Yes, there
That makes more sense. Yes, sorry. Anyways, so track number 5 is Pure. It's written by Howie D, Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys, Daniel James, and Leah Hayward. And it was produced by Dream Lab Studios producers. What did I write for Pure? I said it starts off upbeat. I said it's a good beat. Waking Up in Paradise. Where are my lyrics at? I said there's a weird rap midway through. I said I love Howie's voice in this, and I love how he holds this. There's a really long note on Pure at one point. Yes. So basically, I don't want to be another face in the crowd because I'm looking right at heaven. So we can waste our time not in your eyes. Waking Up in Paradise. You're like, so it's like it's a love song. So
I remember people we clowned them for rapping in this song.
Oh really?
We were like, what the hell? Why are they rapping? Oh my god. Because I feel like they would do it in another song as well. Was it the Backstreet Boys that did it?
Possibly.
Maybe like She's a Dream or something like that.
Okay.
Or maybe it was another song than this. But we were like, why are they rapping?
They're trying something new.
I was like, oh my god. But yeah, the song is good up until the rapping part.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, this is an odd choice. But
Godspeed. Oh my god, do you guys want to be rappers? Like, what is happening? Because I think in the other song, it's also Howie and Nick.
Yeah.
So I think they're like the designated rappers in the group.
I was just like, 5 you are not.
You're entertaining. I just feel like, what is happening? Yeah. I love them all. I think that's why you can clown them, right? You've been a fan for so long. It's all in fun.
All good in the hood. Let's see if I can find who did the rapping here. It does not say. Oh well. Anyways, yes. So do you have anything else for Pure? Or that's
I think that was all. I thought it was good up until that part.
I did not know that. Okay. So sorry, I was skipping ahead here. So number 6 is Sleepwalking. And it's written by Stephen Lee Olsen, who is a Canadian country singer. I believe he's Canadian. Yes. He has some songs called like Raised by a Good Time, and like he's written for like Keith Urban and other stuff. So yeah, Stephen Lee Olsen, love him. I met him at the Cat game a few years ago. He was performing, and I went onto the field as I do, because they were allowing people. I didn't just like.
Yeah, no, I remember.
And then I went and took a picture with him because like lovely guy. So Stephen Lee Olsen.
I will say, I remember. I think back then it was like. We were laughing because there's a sleepwalking song because we're like, well, it makes sense because he's Sleepy Backstreet.
Okay.
So it makes sense that there's a sleepwalking song.
Oh, Howito.
It was pretty funny.
Yep. Okay, so sorry. So Stephen Lee Olsen, Ivan Corazalia, Lauren Evans, and Michael Linney, and it was produced by Ill Factor. So what did I write for Sleepwalking? Okay, so when I was first listening to this album, I was driving. As I really need to stop doing that when I listen to the songs for the first time.
I feel like all the albums that we've done reviews on, you're in the car.
I'm in the car, yes. So anyways, so I said I was half asleep when I was listening to it. But can I just say that in this past week, it just keeps popping into my head, just the sleepwalking part. And I was just like, oh, this is catchy because I'm not even thinking about sleepwalking. And it's just like, sleepwalking. So yes. And so some of the lyrics that I liked was, it said something like, when I fall into your eyes and it's like I'm sleepwalking. So yeah, so okay, there's obviously a whole paragraph there, but I start to lose my senses. When I look into your eyes, I become defenseless, and my heart, you want it, won't let go. I feel so paralyzed, like I'm sleepwalking. I also really liked, there was like a dramatic pause at one point before it was bursting into the second half. And I was just like, oh, I like how it was just like this, like, and then I also said it kind of reminds me a little bit of like Sean Desmond for some reason. I don't know why, like something that maybe he would do.
I feel like maybe the beat of it, I could see that, the beats, yeah.
He is also another Canadian for people who don't know him. So yeah, so basically.
He opened for Nick Carter in Mississauga for his solo album.
Did he? Oh yeah, yeah.
Didn't he?
Was it him?
Or was he going to and he didn't? No, I feel like he did.
Who did he do that song with? Was it with Sean?
I feel like Sean Desmond opened for in Mississauga, no?
Yeah. If he was the one that did that one song with, I always forget who did this song.
I'm sorry, guys. It's been like 15 years. The memory is not that great as it used to be.
Yes, because again, has nothing to do with Howie or any of this, but Sean Desmond co-wrote a song with Nick called Love Can't Wait, which was only on the Canadian album. And he opened for Nick in Mississauga. Because it was like the Mississauga, Belleville, Montreal tour. So he only did the Mississauga date. And they did not play the song, even though it was a single on the radio at that time. So everyone was expecting the two of them to do this song, and they absolutely did not. And it was just like, seriously, Nick? Like,
that was like in Montreal when people were not leaving because they thought, okay, they're going to do that song. And then Cinzia and I were like, no, it's over.
This show is over, man. He put on his space helmet. He has left the building.
Yeah, they turned the lights on. It's done.
Yes. But yes, I don't know. I feel like this song is kind of like an earworm, and the sleepwalking just keeps like popping back into my head. So
yeah, I feel like some part of the lyrics are very catchy. So I agree. I thought that this was pretty good.
Yes. Okay. Next up on our list is track number 7, Stay, written by Howie D. Who was poor again? That sounded wrong. The last name part. Zach Poor. Okay. Howie D, Zach Poor, and Christian Nilsson. And it was produced by Chris Bergerson. Sorry. Apparently, I wrote really intense notes in this one. I said weird horn noise to start. And then I said not bad. So, yeah. So basically, it's another one of those, like, you're drifting away. If we're not together, it's not the same. You're leaving. Like, kind of want you to stay, basically. I want to love you right. Give me another night. So he's kind of like begging this person to stay, is the gist of this song. So.
Yeah. I thought it was also not bad. I really liked the other songs more than this one, but.
Which is, they can't all be banging. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just not bad. Yeah. It just wasn't like, man, this is like, whatever.
It wasn't as catchy as the other one.
So the next song, track number 8, is This Is Just What I Needed, written by Howie D and Lee Elliott. And then it was produced by Lee Major and Dakari. Oh, Lee Major is also Lee Elliott, in case you're wondering. That's just their other name. Okay.
So why do they have both there?
I don't know why the Wikipedia people decided to do it this way, but, writer, producer. So, so This Is Just What I Needed.
This is what I needed. That part of the song is very catchy.
What did I write? I said he wasn't looking for anything, but this was just what he needed. He wouldn't change a thing. He doesn't regret hooking up. Oh, okay. And then I said rapper guy is back. And then there's a line. So basically it says, baby girl, more than a friend. Wasn't our intention when this began, but now we're like together. So basically I believe they hooked up, and at one point he mentions friendship with benefits. So I was wondering if this song was about him and Lee, like his wife, because they met when she was working for the Backstreet Boys. So I don't know.
Yes, on the Black and Blue tour in 2001.
Yes. It's like when the light went down, all went down. When the sun came up, you still want to give me love. This is just what I needed. We should make a routine and repeat it. Friendship with benefits. I swear the concept's genius. It's been, yeah. But basically, yeah. So basically, they got together. They weren't looking to get together, but it is exactly what each of them needed. And yes, so at the end of the day, yeah. There you go.
I liked the song. I thought it was catchy, and this is just what I needed. I like that part.
Yes, super catchy for sure. Yeah, and I said it was good. So yeah, good. All right, moving along. I don't know why I just said that. I don't know, man. It's been a long week. Okay. I need more sleep. Next song is Domino's. So this was written by Howie D.
I was like, oh my God, Domino's pizza? Or
I could use a Domino's pizza right now. I did not eat breakfast. I'm hungry. Anyway, so yeah, so
it's
Howie
not
D.
Domino's pizza, it's Domino's. You know the little
things that have numbers on them, and you play games, and then people set them up and then knock them down. You know,
and they're fun. It's very fun to knock it down. That's the thing that the kids like the most, when you knock things down. Yeah.
That is a fun thing to do. It is. Yeah. I love watching some of those videos of like some people, like the hours that they take to set these up, and they're all different colors and different, and then it just starts the effect.
And then it just takes 2 seconds to knock everything down. All your hard work is gone.
Like seriously, if you don't have your camera set up properly.
Gone, as you say.
Ah, this guy bringing it back to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry. So Domino's was written by Howie D, Wayne Rodriguez, Andrea Ramonda, Devin DLP Parker, and it was produced by Wayne Rodriguez and Devin DLP Parker. And I said, so some of the lyrics I have, let me just pull it up. I love when I like write partial lyrics down and I'm like, we're going to go refer to it. But basically it says something about being you're one in a million. So he's basically falling like dominoes, O's for her. Like nobody knocks me down like you. You set me up. I'm laying my heart down. And then you got me playing over and over and over. Tell me you can hear the sound as I hit the ground. Nobody locks me down like you. And then there's this one part where he holds this, like, it says, tell me you can hear the sound. Like he like really drags on that. It just sounded really good. I really enjoyed this. He's basically saying like, I'll play this game for you. I keep falling. I'm about to hit the ground. Like we're face to face. Like, I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was a good song. It's like a lot of like game analogies and things like that.
Yeah, I like the analogies. I thought it was cool to hear that. I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Good song. Okay, next up we got Over My Head, which most things are, but you know.
Okay, so can I just say, when even back then I was like, oh, Over My Head, Brian Littrell from the Backstreet Boys, when he did a solo album, also has a song called Over My
interesting.
Head. And it's one of my favorite songs on his album. So I was like, oh, let's hear Howie's Over My Head. Will it be just as good? And it was pretty good, I thought.
But they're not similar sounding songs?
Not similar sounding.
Okay. But I just think it's really funny that these guys just like to reuse names.
Well, there's not a lot of like titles or names you can come up with as original, right? So,
well, this is the band that has Breathe, and then the next album also has Breathe, and they were two entirely different songs.
Well, what can you do?
What can you do, indeed? Yes. Okay.
But I just thought it was fun. That triggered me when I saw Over My Head. I was like, oh yeah, I remember Brian also has a song called Over My Head. So.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't a disappointment to you and that you liked both versions of this song.
Yes, I thought Howie's was pretty good as well. So
yes.
Good job, Howie.
So Howie though. Okay, so this was written by Howie D, Wayne Rodriguez, Kazia Livingston, and Dwayne Laring, and produced by Wayne Rodriguez. Okay, what did I write? Because I don't know. I said, wow, this is a very in-depth writing.
It's all good.
I wrote Dancy, and I said, I really like it, and I put a star. So there you go. So basically he's talking about how he's in over his head. He's in too deep. He's driving over. There's nobody like her that's worth the burn. She haunts me, and I don't mind. Nothing's going to save me now because I'm in too deep. So, because I'm in too deep and I try. Sorry, Sum 41.
That's not
it is not the song at all, but this had like a really good like vibe to it. And I really liked it. So basically,
Yeah.
I thought that was a good song.
Yeah. Well done. Woot woot.
Okay. Up next, Shatterproof. So this is written by Howie D, Wayne Rodriguez, and Jody Marr, and is produced by Wayne Rodriguez. So what did I write? I said, I like the beginning. It's also dancey. What makes you so afraid to break? So girl would rather not take a chance instead of getting her heart broken. Howie trying to get her to break. I really like it with a star. Oh, yes. This was the one. So it's like, you're like stained glass. You think you're shatterproof, but I throw myself into you, prepare to crash. So basically she's afraid that she's going to that she might get rejected. So she's not taking her chance with Howie is basically what the theme of this song is. But yeah, he's trying to convince her that he's going to crash into her and that they should be in love and they'll be shatterproof. So yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, I thought it was not bad. I liked some of the other songs better, but not a bad thing. Yeah.
Fair enough. That's a good song. All right. Up next, we have Way to Your Heart. I feel like somebody else has a song called that, probably, but
Howie.
yeah, there you go. So it is written by Adam Anders. Why does that name sound familiar? I feel like
We met him.
We met Adam Anders?
I thought we met him.
Maybe.
Or maybe it was a different guy that looks like him.
Well, here's what he looks like, but he's from Swedish. Oh, he's Swedish, so yeah.
Oh, okay,
I think he's done stuff for the Backstreet Boys. So
yeah,
Adam Anders.
Sounds familiar. That's that guy's name.
Yes.
But we met
Nikki
somebody
Anders.
else. Yeah, we met somebody else.
I'm sure we've met lots of people.
Maybe he looks like someone I thought we met.
Could be. So anyways, Adam Anders, Nikki Anders, Pure Astrom, and Poor, which I believe we said was Zach Poor, and is produced by Adam Anders, Pure Astrom, and Bo Christian Nielsen. Okay, Way to Your Heart.
Okay, can I just say?
Yes.
I love this song.
Oh, nice.
And then when I was like listening, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember this song. And it was so catchy. Way to Your Heart. I love it. I thought the chorus was so good.
Yes. When I'm all out of faith, I'm all out of hope. Tell me you're waiting for. Show me what's the way to your heart.
Yes.
That's cute.
I really like it.
I said it was slower, but with a beat. I said it has a good beat. So he's trying to search. He's searching for a way to get to her heart. I said maybe this is almost like a follow-up to the Shatterproof song. I said I like it, and it's like more upbeat. Like, can you open the door and show me how to get home? I'm stuck searching for your heart. Like, so he's trying to like get her heart. So yeah, so that
he
is
wants
that.
to find a way to her heart.
Wants to find a way to her heart. Okay, so I'm out of order. Oh, I moved my things out of order. That's why I'm like, what? Okay, so we did Shatter. Okay, so then the last one is Unica.
Which I'm guessing this was like a Latin and then he switched it.
Yes, I think this is probably the one. So I did look up Unica because I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is like a city in New York State.
Yeah.
Possibly also
Unica or Utica?
Oh, maybe it's Utica. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It just sounds similar.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
So I looked up Unica on Google Translate and it means unique. So
okay.
So I said he's trying to convince his girl that he's not cheating on her. Other girls don't know him like she does. Oh yes, there's some interesting lyrics. Hold on, let me see if I can.
There sure is. It was very interesting indeed.
So to me, it kind of sounds like this chick is jealous. So he's like, so it starts off with, let me stop you for a minute. You're cute even when you're mad. I don't know that girl. And you know, I'm not that kind of man. Why would I run around? I got the prettiest girl in town. So it's basically talking about like, none of these girls really know me, not the way that you do. I don't need a supermodel when you walk the way you do. So like, basically it's like a backhanded compliment, I guess. Like, yeah, sure, I could get a supermodel, but I don't need one because like you can shake your ass. I don't know. But anyways, more curves than a Coke bottle, which is a lyric in a Five song, like from a Coca-Cola bottle. Yeah, you don't need to be in a magazine or on a movie screen. You see the real me for real, baby. And then he starts like singing in Spanish. You know, well, you're the only one. You don't like it when you're far away. You're my only girl, blah, blah, blah. So basically he's just trying to convince her that she is unique and different from all these other girls that are throwing themselves at him. And he would never cheat on her. And yes. And even though she's just a regular person, he still loves her and all that stuff. So that she's his one and only. Oh yeah. That's, I thought it was okay.
Definitely something. I thought it was okay as well. I like the other songs better.
Yeah, for sure.
An interesting way to end the album.
Yes.
It's got you thinking a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so what else?
I have my top 3. Do you?
Yes, top 3, yes.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Like I feel bad picking like the singles because I do like them, but I feel like
you can
I
pick
know
whatever
them
you
more.
want. Doesn't matter.
I know. I'm going to go with 100, Lie to Me, and which one did I really like? There's so many good ones. You know what? Honestly, I'm just going to go Back to Me because, yeah, there's mine.
So what did you say? 100 Kisses?
But also, I did 100, Lie to Me, and then Back to Me, but I'm also going to give a honorable mention to Shatterproof for some reason, because according to my notes, I really liked it and started it. So there you go.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
That's
Can't
great.
think of it right now, but
that is a great list.
going on. I don't know. It's a good album. Go check it out. It's on Spotify.
Mine is going to be 100 Kisses.
100 Kisses.
Way to Your Heart.
Okay.
And Lie to Me. And an honorable mention to Back to Me.
Yes. Coming to me there.
Yes. I feel like we have a hilarious story for Back to Me, so that's why I also chose.
It brings joy to my heart to listen to that for sure.
But yeah, all in all, I thought it was a good album. Like some songs were better than others, but I thought if you take Lydia's, what she says, if it's 3 songs.
If you like 3 songs, then you can buy the album. That is a Lydia quote for sure.
So I think this proves Lydia's quote.
Yes, so it makes the list. So yes. Yeah. Howie D, Back to Me. So 2011. So I don't know, Howito. We're gonna work on some more music, or we just he did release another album later on, which I've already forgotten the name again. Who am I? Who I am. Who am I?
Who I am. No, who am I? Because Who I Am is Nick.
Which One Am I? It was the
Which
song.
One Am I?
The album is called Which One Am I?
Okay, Which One Am I? Sorry.
Yes, because it was part of this musical that he did.
Because nobody knows which Backstreet Boy is which, apparently.
Which is
because apparently AJ gets mistaken for Howie. Kevin gets mistaken for AJ. I'm like, are you guys crazy?
It's people who don't like. Well,
how
Chris
do you
got
not
mistaken.
realize who they are? I don't understand.
Because some people just don't pay attention as much. Like Chris, when we were walking around with Chris from NSYNC in Kentucky.
Yes.
This guy came up to him and was like, I really love the Backstreet Boys. So Chris was like,
I
okay,
don't
thank you.
understand. There's
And I
no
was just
one
like-
named Chris in the Backstreet Boys.
And I was like, okay. But then in
And
their
then remember we
defense,
were like, how many times does that happen to you? And he's like, all the time.
he's like all the time, but he's like,
To this
honestly,
point,
like,
he's
you
like,
want to
thank
correct
you. That's
him.
all.
He's like, honestly, he recognized I was in a boy band. He likes the band. He didn't remember which band it was, but I'm not going to make him embarrassed or whatever. I'm just going to thank him. And he's like, because the other boy banders get the same thing. So it happens.
Yeah, I just find it funny. Like, if you're a fan, you know who they are. I understand.
But not
But, like,
everyone is like a hardcore.
I don't know, man. I just like Howie looks nothing like AJ, and Kevin looks nothing like AJ.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just found it funny that even my family members are like, oh, how is like New Kids on the Block? I'm like, it's not New Kids on the Block, it's Backstreet Boys.
But I think sometimes we're such hardcore fans that we're like, oh, that's ridiculous. But if you don't know the band,
I don't know.
you're just like,
making fun of
know
them
it.
because
Like, there's other
I'm
bands.
sorry.
I'm like, I have no idea who the other members of Kiss are or whatever. Like, I know Gene Simmons and I know the other, but I'm just like,
I only know Gene Simmons because I used to watch
Stanley?
reality shows.
Yes, I don't know.
His
Ace,
wife,
Ace, I don't know.
him
So
and his
yeah,
wife are very funny together.
All right. So overall, excellent album.
Sorry, I
Howie,
just
back
was
to
like,
you.
it's just funny to me that
No,
people
for
are like,
sure, for
they
sure.
cannot
'Cause
tell them apart. I'm just like, oh my god, sorry.
It's just and
It's
they
been a
don't
pet
look
peeve
alike.
for a while,
No, for sure, for sure. Totally
But
get it.
ending on a positive note, this was a great album. Thank you, Howie, for coming out with this album.
9 years
the
of making.
Kids album wasn't like for us,
No,
but
it was for a
for the
musical for kids. Talking
but
like,
you know, he expanded his horizons on something
Mhm.
different. So
and tried
that's
different
good.
creative aspects and stuff.
We still went to his sound check or his VIP
We
where
did,
he talked
yeah.
about the album. It was very entertaining still.
Howie's just delightful. And he's also a really great songwriter, and he writes a lot of songs for other people. And then he writes so many of these songs that he often forgets that he writes these songs, which is great.
He even forgets he writes Backstreet Boys songs. So
he wrote a song for Together, which I always forget which one it is.
oh yes,
And
I
I
remember
was-
the story.
Oh, when I went out
It's
to
a
lunch
nice
with him.
one. It's a nice one.
And I
It's
was
not
like,
a
was it
dirty
you
one.
and you and me together we make three? It was it da da da. And he's just like, I wrote a nice song. And I was like, okay, there, Howie, like whatever. It's so funny. I can't remember which one. I always
I
forget.
just remember when I went to the New York Highland Ballroom in New York City when the four of them were doing a show. It was like a meet and greet and show. And I asked them, what is your least favorite song? And then I kept shouting out, She's a Dream. And they're like, come on, just say She's a Dream. Though they wouldn't
write
say
that
it.
song.
All the boys wrote it. So I was like,
Okay.
when I went up to meet them, I was like, so sorry, Howie. I didn't mean to say that it was my least favorite. And he's like, it's okay. I was like, especially because you wrote it, you and the other boys wrote it. And he's like, oh, I wrote that song? And I was like, hey, I don't feel that's bad because you didn't even know that you wrote the song.
So I just thought of a genius idea how to find out which song Howie wrote. I went to the Together track listing and looked at the writers, and there he is. So he wrote Every Minute, Every Hour.
Isn't that a song that you like? That's a good one, no?
I just can't get you out of my mind.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think we like that one a lot. I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah. Delightful. We love Howie.
So that's what happens, right? You write so many songs,
And then you forget. You
and
don't
you
know
just
who's gonna
forget
pick up a
because
song
you
and-
get up there in age. We're all like this. We're all forgetting many things, but it's just entertaining that he didn't know that he wrote the song. And then I was like, hey, I don't feel as bad.
Yes, for sure, for sure. All righty. Well, on that note, good job, Hawito. We are going to try to listen and watch Boy Band Confidential. I got a free City TV Plus membership thing for a week. So hopefully we'll be able to watch that. It's 4 episodes long. They look like they're between 38 and 45 minutes. And it's the Joey Fatone documentary, I believe. He was the one who produced it, possibly? And it's
I
on
wish it was
Discovery
on.
ID.
I wish it was on Netflix. That would have been easier.
Well, it is what it is. So I may or may not have shared my free trial password with Sophia. So hopefully we're going to try to do that and get in, because from some of the previews that we saw, it does look like there's new information and it's not just about Lou Pearlman like they usually are.
There's definitely backlash with what is his name again? Oh my God, AJ's manager now.
Johnny
Oh my
Wright.
God. Yeah, sorry, I didn't slip my mind.
I've always wondered about what Johnny Wright knew and what he didn't. And
so what he said is a little bit shady in there, and yeah, BSB
all right, well,
are
we
not
look
happy.
forward to watching it, and
And they were like, do you know? They were like, AJ, why do you have him as a manager? Like, he said shady things about Backstreet Boys. It's bad.
Oh, interesting. All right. So yeah, so we will
He
check it
basically
out.
lied.
And report back
I
to
think
you.
it was he lied about something, and it's not true. So he twisted it to make it seem like it was Backstreet Boys' fault.
Was it the Disney special thing again, or?
Yeah, I believe so. But I'm like, do I want to watch this if he's talking shit about Backstreet Boys?
Well, you never know. Interesting. So yes. So yeah.
So yeah, people are not happy with Johnny Wright. So I was like, do I want to watch this?
I feel like now we need to watch it to see if it's justified or not.
And Johnny Wright is AJ McLean's manager for his solo stuff. So people are like, should I go to the show because you're supporting Johnny Wright? And I was like, I don't think it's like that, but.
Oh, yes. AJ is also doing a tour. He's announcing the dates on Father's Day.
Yes. And his song Flowers has been pushed back to May 1st.
Yes.
Like the video, the music video.
So we shall keep you posted if we hear anything.
So if that's not hype enough for you to watch that documentary, I don't know what is.
But the tour will be in November because that's after the Backstreet Boys Sphere thing and the Germany thing. So we know it'll be sometime in November, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's
although he said the fall, and I was like, is fall still considered? Is November still considered fall? I don't know. But
yeah, because I think winter starts like
until December.
December, yeah. Okay. So isn't the fall in November as well?
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, we'll see if he actually does that or not. But we will keep you posted, guys.
And hopefully it's a Toronto date and not a Niagara Falls, Ontario date, because Toronto should get some love as well.
Easier to get to for you, for sure.
That is correct.
That is true. All right. Well, on that note,
obviously we'll go to the Niagara Falls one if it happens. But yeah,
obviously.
But better that it's in Toronto. Anyways, yes. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.